section 1 of module 3. We're looking to solve polynomial equations using a system. So here we have this zoo with an aquarium for penguins, and we want to, the pool must have a depth of 4 feet and a volume of at least 1,620 gallons, or about 217 cubic feet per bird. So if the zoo has 5 emperor penguins, what should the dimensions of the pool shown at the right be to meet the minimum requirements? Okay, so first what we need to do is write a polynomial function or polynomial equation. Okay, so we know we're talking about volume, so we're talking about volume, and so volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. Okay, so now we know we're going to multiply these three things, and we know the volume is equal to 217 cubic feet, right? Cubic feet. So that's just our units. That has nothing to do with an exponent. That is not an exponent, as this is not variables. Those are just units, right? Okay, and so what we want to do is we want to figure out what the volume is, and so we can look at our picture and say if we have a 2x by 3 and a length of 2x minus 5 and a height of 2x, so we can use that as our volume, right? Length times width times height. And so we're going to take those and multiply them together. So 2x plus 3 times 5x minus 2, and then a height of 2x. So if I FOIL this out, I can multiply these together first, get a 10x squared, and then get a negative 4x, a positive 15x, and a negative 6. Combine those, some of those, plus 11x minus 6, and then we can times that by 2x. So we get 20x cubed plus 22x squared minus 12x. And that's our volume, right? Our volume is this, but that's per penguin, and we want 5 penguins. So if we times that by 5, our volume should be, this equation should equal 1,085. And so we can set this volume, because volume is volume, right? So this volume right here is the same as this volume, so we can set them equal to each other. And then we can subtract 1,085. So 20x cubed plus 22x squared minus 12x minus 1,085 equals 0. So that's step 1, writing our polynomial equation. Now we want to write and solve as a system of equations. So what we can do is we can just write this as two equations. One is y equals the left side of the equation, 20x cubed plus 22x squared minus 12x, and then the other side of the equation is y equals 1,085. Or you can put it as one equation when I move that over, 1085, and look for where your x-intercepts are. Or this one, if I do it as two equations like this, then I'm looking for the intersection between these two. And it does want a system, so I probably should have left it and wrote two different equations like that. Okay, so there we can graph these two. So if I was to graph it, it looks something like this. And then you want to set your window, you can set it from negative 10 to 10, scale by 1. But we know we're going up to 1,085, so we might want to scale by 100 on our y's to see where this intersection is between them, right? And then we can do second trace. So we can hit second trace and then do our left bound. Here, left bound would be below that. Right bound would be above that, and then we can guess, and then it will tell us what it is. So at 3.5, so our x should be 3.5. So now the next step is to take that 3.5 and go ahead and plug it into our equation. So it's 2x, so that'd be 2 times 3.5, and then that'd be our height. So that's 7 for our height, and then we can plug in our other ones, which were 2x plus 3, so 2 times 3.5 plus 3, so that's 10, and then our last one is 5x minus 2, so we plug in 3.5 again, minus 2, so we get 17.5 8.5 minus 2 is 15.5. So those are our dimensions that if we want 5 penguins to meet the minimum requirements. So you can think about this reason. Does it seem reasonable to have those dimensions and justify your conclusion?